A statue of liberty and freedom, or a Freemasonic statue of an ISIS cult. The Statue of Liberty was conceived, financed and built by Freemasons in a Masonic ceremony back in 1886. However, Wikipedia almost completely ignores these facts, giving only a minor footnote to a plaque planted at the cornerstone by Freemasons. This lack of transparency concerning the statue's Freemasonic roots is yet another example of how elements within the establishment are deliberately manipulating our history to suit their latest political agenda. The statue was designed and made by the French sculptor Frédéric Auguste Bartholdi, a well-known Freemason who had previously made a statue of the Marquis de Lafayette for the city of New York to celebrate the centenary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. The Marquis was a French aristocrat, military officer and Freemason who fought in the American Revolutionary War, along with playing a leading role in the French Revolution when he returned to France a few years later. The French civil engineer Gustave Eiffel, another Freemason, was also instrumental in the statue's construction by designing the interior framework which supported the copper cladding. On the day of the unveiling and dedication, a traditional Masonic ceremony was observed by crowds of Freemasons who had travelled from various lodges across America. When the cornerstone was satisfactorily square, level and plumb, the Grand Master applied the mortar and had it fixed into place. He then struck the stone 3 times, declaring it duly laid, followed by a Masonic consecration by presenting corn, oil and wine. Bartholdi, like many French Freemasons of his time, was deeply steeped in Egyptian rituals, and it has often been said that he conceived the original statue as an effigy of the goddess Isis, and only later converted it to a statue of liberty for New York Harbor after it was rejected by the Egyptians for the Suez Canal. Liberty represents the goddess Libertas, a Roman version of the Egyptian goddess Isis, or the Babylonians Ishtar, all associated with the feminine aspect of consciousness. Like Libertas, Juno, the wife of Jupiter, was also an ancient Roman goddess. The Greek name for the planet Jupiter was Zeus, which is Suez spelt backwards, giving the proposed statue of Bartholdi at the mouth of the Suez Canal more significance. The Roman goddess Libertas was adopted in 1848 for the Grand Seal of France, which is the official seal of the French Republic. Here she holds a fasci while symbolizing independence and freedom. The goddess Juno also made an appearance on the Vatican coin in 1963, during the transition phase of the Vatican II, who many believed to have been influenced by Freemasonry. The 7 rays on Liberty's headdress represent rays of illumination, the light of knowledge spreading to the 7 seas and 7 continents of the world. The torch is the flame of the light bearer. Freemasons have often been accused of worshipping Lucifer, which is the name of various mythological and religious figures associated with the planet Venus, also referred to as the light bringer. Isis was thought to have magical powers greater than that of all the other gods, protecting the Egyptian kingdom from its enemies governing the skies and the natural world. along with power over fate itself. All these feminine deities appear to be symbolic representations of the spiritual aspect of human consciousness, which, as a collective, operates outside the physical boundaries of time and space, experiencing the past, present and future simultaneously. These secret societies and religious fraternities, aware of this, can tap into these various Isis cults in order to shape reality, manipulating the direction of society to suit their image. When analyzing the direction the Statue of Liberty is facing, it appears that care has been used to place it 33 degrees east of due south. This, in my opinion, is no coincidence. At this site, on August the 5th, 1884, the cornerstone of the pedestal of the Statue of Liberty enlightening the world was laid with ceremony by William A. Brodie, Grand Master of Masons in the state of New York. Grand Lodge members, representatives of the United States and French governments, Army and Navy officers, members of foreign legations, and distinguished citizens were present. This plaque is dedicated by the Masons of New York in commemoration of the 100th anniversary of that historical event.